I'm grateful for the opportunity to be here to make a really long video for you to watch one day when you're older. And you can go, Dad, I saw that video you made way back. Boy, it'd be great.
Well, Mama told me when I was young,
so
sit beside me.
Today
my only son.
is July 7th, 2021. Reicher Gene Herbert. Good morning, my son. I love you. I'll see you in a few hours. Okay, take two. Take two. All right, so today is July 7th. And on July 7th, 2 years ago, Jessica and I got in the car because she felt something. And I knew. I just had a feeling. I remember saying it to her as we passed. We lived out off of a street closer to the 15 freeway at that time, and we were driving by Campus Road exit in Upland, and I told her, I said, honey, I think Reicher's birthday is July 7th. And we went into the hospital and we did all the things that you wait around doing and tests, and they came back and they said, we're checking you in, Jessica. You're having a baby tonight. And so we checked in, and I cannot tell you how grateful I am for the gift of that 3 days, Reicher, while you were born. It's the most beautiful thing, I think, I've ever seen. 2 other boys saw the same thing, felt the same way. And it's just something about you kids that I never let go of as a kid. And I just love it. So I'm thinking about all this stuff this morning because it's your birthday, big man. And one day you'll see this video and you can understand what the hell I'm talking about. And you can watch it. So I'm thinking about something, Reicher. And it's something I want you to think about one day. You can't think about it now because you, my son, are pure, untainted love, buddy. And no one can change that. Not until you're about 5, it starts changing. And then you start knowing shit. But right now, it's just perfection. Actually, it's always perfection. I'll just leave it at that. And I'm doing this video because when I try and write things down, I go off on rabbit holes and they just end up not making that much sense, and people get confused, and next thing you know, they're, that's Herb, he's always going on and on and on. But the reality is it's true. And what I have to say, my son, is only for you this morning. No one else. I mean, anyone else can take it for what it's worth, but this is for you, buddy. So I'm out here on the family farm, which you'll probably hear about that one day too. And I've been up since about 4 a.m. in the morning doing shit. And I thought I'd take a walk down to the mailbox, get the mail, and tell you happy birthday. And I'm also going to do a couple other things. I'm going to talk about some other stuff, and this also has to do with your birthday, because we'll just call it a birthday gift of Dad's wisdom. So when I was a kid, I went to Catholic school, and I just understood a lot of things because I went to Catholic school. I was taught things, I got to listen to things, and I kind of consider myself what they call an Old Testament. I get all the other stories and things, but I'll tell you, there's something about the purity and the perfection and the intention. Don't spill coffee. And the intention of, look at that sun, look at that sunrise, son. Look at that sunrise. You cannot touch that except on the beach. Beach or desert. So anyway, there's a book in the Bible. It's the first book, called the Book of Genesis. People have named movies after it. People have named bands after it. Genesis, Genesis, Genesis. And there's something in there that I'm obsessed with it, my son. And I want you to think about this one day. Because I'm going to put this video on YouTube instead of just sending it like a freaking postcard. But God creates everything we know. That sunrise behind me, that I am so grateful that I am alive to see. Look at that. Look at that, dude. That's insane. That cool color shit. That's all the smog in the air, but it still looks cool. Anyway, and we'll just go over to this house right here and sit down. There's a log stump we can use. So anyway, let's see if this works. This will work, dude. Oh yeah, there we go. Okay. So, in the book of Genesis, sun's just about to come up. God creates everything. Hear those beautiful birds? I don't know if you can hear those guys. They wake me up every morning. And when it gets to a certain temperature out here, owls come out at night. I mean, we're not talking just a couple owls. Last night pulling in here, I saw like 8 owls just kicking it, waiting for me to come home. Boo, boo, like a big old flying away. But in the book of Genesis, when God creates us, man and woman, he gives us a specific job. And the job is that we are representatives of him. But and in that he gives us dominion, and that's what it's said in the Bible. He gives us dominion, meaning domination of everything on his earth. But there's one thing he doesn't give us dominion over, and that's other representatives of him. And I never really thought about that before until my buddy Garrett White posted this thing. Well, I think I've thought about that. This is not right. I've thought about it many times, but not like I do today. It's your birthday, Reicher. Remember, this is Dad's birthday blab. And so I'm so grateful for you, dude. You are such a frickin' ham. You are just a frickin' ball of joy. And so think about that for a minute, Reicher. You, my son, were born 2 years ago to myself and your mother. I honor that because I'm a representative of God. So all the things that I think about as a human, and all the emotions, and all the feelings, and all the stuff you're going to go through, dude, are important, but it's not as important as being a representative of God. And if I'm a representative of God, that means the only person that I can truly control is standing right here, son. Myself. And that will go for you too one day. When you're growing up, I'll be there. Just remember I told you this, because things get real complicated in this world, and there's no reason for that. but it happens. People control people. People make you feel bad. People purposely try and make you feel bad. People purposely try and make you feel good. But really, they have no control whatsoever over you at all. And that does not mean that you don't care about them. And that does not mean that you have any specific feelings one way or another about them, because you can. God gave you that too. But as a human being and a steadfast soldier, warrior, and representative of God, today, my son, you're 2 years old, and I'm your dad, and I'm standing here with you in the middle of the east end of Lancaster, by this place that's really cool. I'll take you to see it one day. It's called Edwards Air Force Base. They got all kinds of cool shit there. And it's your birthday. And I can give you a million things. I can give you toys, which I'm going to actually bring you today. Big old fun toys. But the best thing that I can give you is my heart, dude. My mother gave me hers. I didn't really know my father. I knew the guy that raised me, the guy that I call my father, and he is truly my father, but I didn't know who my father was. Which I think is actually part of where this piece of me comes from, my son. It's the part of me that is deeply connected to you children. All children, not just you, but everybody. And I want you to remember that. Because I think that you, right now, at 2 years old, will be actually receiving this message sometime at around 13, maybe 10, 13. When you actually read it and go, holy shit, look at my dad back then. He looks so much better than he does now. He's in a fucking wheelchair now. Jesus Christ, Dad, that was really you? Yeah, your brothers and sisters say the same thing. Because I've had a part in lots of children growing up. So we're going to go back to Dominion. Son. God, I tried not to do that for this whole thing, but I did. Oh well, it sounds cool though, buddy. You won't know what it is until you're older. When your mother tells you, see, your dad always says that. He's got to watch his language. He's always been like that. I just want to put him in a closet and leave him there until I'm done with him. I'm purposely talking until I see that sun come up there, son, because I'm gonna show it to you. It's freaking cool. Watch, I'll add a shot to this for the sunset. It'll be your fade out on this video, bro. So, July 7th, your grandmother, my mom, she was born on July 1st. Your mom, June 29th. Dude, there's no coincidences in this world. None. God. Your mom is so beautiful, dude. You are so lucky. You are so lucky. Never forget how lucky you are. And when things get rough one day, come back and watch your dad in this video. And as up and down as the world will take you, never forget, you can't control anybody. You can just love them and be grateful for them and aid them in their path. And be a kind, caring, giving dude. Because there are going to be times, big man, where all you want to do is break someone's neck. And that's okay too, because we're all human. But I would advise you to not do that. Okay, here it's coming up. It's almost cresting. Fuck. This started out as your birthday walk. We're now 15 minutes into it, 14 and change. And these birds are so annoying sometimes. But when I stop and think about this, Reicher, listen to them. Listen to those birds. I don't know if you can hear them. But the birds, they don't care whether I like them or not. They're always going to be birds, and they're always going to be happy, and they're always going to want to eat, and they're always going to want to lay eggs and make more birds, and that's just what they do. But us humans, it's a little more complicated, but it doesn't have to be. Some people, I'll leave you with this. This is a good one. This is my dad used to do this to me, Reicher. Well, I'll explain that one later. But when I was young, my dad would sit me down, and he was like this busy business guy, like, suit guy, like come home all big shot, whatever. He was a cool guy, whatever. But I didn't really have a relationship with him until I was in my 30s. And the relationship was not one of father-son. It was more of like buddies. But he used to sit me down, I'm not kidding, at like 8 years old, and explain to me the Oppenheimer Fund. or how the stock market works. And I was like, okay, whatever. Stock market, sure, sounds great. Can we talk about mini bikes now, Dad? But just think about that for a minute, Reicher. I don't care how old you get, my son. I don't care where you are in your life. Never forget. It's not that complicated. And your heart and the love you have for this world that we're given to steer and be kind to and love and find a woman that you can love for the rest of your life, no matter how hard it gets. You support that woman and you help her through everything she needs to go through, because women are different animals, buddy. Ooh, yeah, different things. But I'm sure you'll find the perfect one. So 17 minutes. Here comes the sun. And I love you, my son. I love you so much. It's your second birthday. And I never would have thought to have done this. This was not something I planned. This is just something I think about all day, every day. You, your beautiful mother, all the other beautiful kids in this family, and all the other beautiful kids not in this family that I've had the loving experience of experiencing them in my life growing up. Because you guys help us grow up too. As big and advanced and all the knowledge we get by the time we're adults, which is about 15 really. It changes you, but don't let it, Reicher. Don't let it. Just remember, you can always go back to blank. Think of it like a blank. He put us here to steer and take care of, have dominion over this earth and everything on it. Those birds, the houses, the weeds, the dirt, the trees, the law, everything. But not other people. Remember that. And you will be the happiest human being for the majority of the time. Not all the time, it wouldn't be normal. That's another conversation if you're happy all the time. Probably has to do with something else. So, I love you, my son. Happy birthday. 20-minute video. I spoke for 20 minutes. Go figure. How do I speak for 20 minutes? Because I was waiting for this. The beginning of the lit day, and I'm going to flip the camera around and just do a shot. I'm going to cut me out. We're going to do a shot of this sun coming up. And I just want to tell you, I love you. I love your mother. I love our family. And I'm your warrior, my son. And I will always be here to help you through this merry, merry world that God gave us.
1, 2,
Love you.
3.
Well, Mama told me when I was young, said sit beside me, my only son, and listen closely to what I say. And if you do this, it'll help you some sunny day. It will. Oh, take your time. Don't live too fast. Troubles will come and they will pass. You'll find a woman and you'll find love. And don't forget that there is a someone up above. And be a simple kind of man. Be something you love and understand. Baby, be a simple kind of man. Oh, won't you do this for me, son? If you can, if you can. Get your lust from the rich man's gold. All that you need now is in your soul. And you can do this, oh baby, if you try. All that I want from you, my son, is to be satisfied and be a simple kind of man. Be something you love and understand. Baby, be a simple kind of man. Won't you do this for me, son? If you can, if you can. Oh, don't you worry, you'll find yourself. Follow your heart and nothing else. And you can do this, oh baby, if you try. All that I want from you, my son, is to be satisfied and be a simple kind of man. simple man.